What's up, guys? It's finally here for the AT&T version of the Samsung Galaxy S3. Here is the Android 4.1 update review. It is not over the air, so you're going to have to update through Samsung Keys that's provided by Samsung. So download that software, hook it up to your PC, and get this update. So looking on the About device, you can see that it's 4.1.1, and you can see it's running on the 4G LTE network on AT&T. So Sprint and T-Mobile have been enjoying this update for a little while now, but it's finally available on AT&T, and you can see that Project Butter is in full effect here, and it is running extremely fast. This handset feels like a new handset, to be honest with you. It is extremely responsive, and that's the first thing you're going to notice on this update is how fast everything works and how good the touch response is. The touch response was good before, but it's really, really good. There's a few new widgets here, like play recommendations and my library, which is a good addition. But you can see here that the performance is really, really good. And what gets added here from 4.1 are the updated notifications, where you can pull down, and your notification shade now has all the functionality from 4.1, which is great since Ice Cream Sandwich didn't have that. So that's a really good addition for I really like the expanded notifications. And here is Google Now as well. By holding on that menu button, it brings up Google Now. So let's try out a few features. How tall is the Empire State Building?
Empire State Building is 1,454 feet tall.
How tall is LeBron James?
LeBron James is 6 feet 8 inches tall.
When do the Detroit Lions play next?
The Lions lost to the Colts 35-33. They are playing the Packers on Sunday at 7:20 p.m.
So as you can see, Google Now works perfect on the Galaxy S3. It's a great addition to this handset. But today there was a new Google search update that was pushed out for all 4.1 devices and above. So let's check out a few of these features. There are some new cards. There are some new voice functions that I want to go over. And you can also post to Google Plus on voice, and you can also do this.
What's this song?
So no need for SoundHound and stuff like that. It's built right into Google Now.
Scan a barcode.
So no need to search for an app if you want to scan something. It's built right into Google Now. Very cool. So let's talk about the browser for a little bit on the Galaxy S3. It's always been pretty fluid anyway, but I think that it's a little bit more fluid with Jelly Bean on board with Project Butter. It seems to be browsing very well. And this is going over a Wi-Fi network, and you can see how fast it loads. There's no stutters here or no jaggies or anything like that. It's very fluid, and the pinch to zoom is very good as well. And some of the things like the pinch to zoom or magnification on the sidebar have been added, which is pretty cool. And I think that the browser was already good, but the browser has been slightly improved on performance, and I think that's great. So on Quadrant, it actually surprised me on Quadrant. I just ran it, and it got over 6,000 on Quadrant, which is great because my Note 2 on quad-core gets right around 6,500 to 7,000. So I think that was a huge improvement. Before, I was getting about 4,000-ish, so I think that's been pretty good. You know, take it with a grain of salt because I know people don't really like to use benchmarks, but the Quadrant score is definitely higher. Now, let's talk about call quality and signal strength. I haven't noticed any real difference. I've noticed that my call quality is a little bit choppier, but that just could be to my network here in my area. But I haven't noticed any differences on the LTE speed or anything like that on the call quality side. So if you guys are wondering maybe what the radio's like, it is just fine. I didn't really see any improvements, but I think the call quality and LTE network has been unchanged for reception. Now, blocking mode's been added, and you can see here that it's kind of like the do not disturb for the iOS devices, where you can kind of change it to where Certain contacts can't contact you between certain times, and it's a pretty good addition to the Galaxy S3 as well. No real changes from what I can see in the display or the motion side of it or anything like that. I didn't see any kind of extra functionality in this update. So if you guys find some, let me know. But I didn't see any other significant changes within the settings or extra functionality or anything like that. If you guys find anything else, let me know in the comments below and go ahead and add them onto the comments so people will know. Even though the update was overdue due to carrier BS or whatever it might have been, I really appreciate this upgrade. It makes me want to use this handset again as a daily driver since I've been using the Note 2 for a while and the iPhone 5 as well, off and on. It just feels like a different device. It's extremely snappy. It feels really, really good. So I think you guys will look forward to that. No improvements really in the camera for what I saw. The shutter speed is still the same, still takes great pics, and you can see the pinch to zoom is still just as responsive. And I thought that the picture quality was pretty much the same. And if you guys think any differently with white balance and things like that with other pictures you've snapped, let me know as well. But I think that the feature is just about the same. So another feature here is the pop-up play that you get with the videos. And one thing I've noticed that carried over from the Galaxy Note 2 is that these are resizable now, so you can pinch to zoom them, or you can go ahead and shrink it, and you can go ahead and tap that and get it away. I don't really use that functionality very much, but if you do, then that's a good addition. So go ahead and fire up Keys on your computer, plug your Galaxy S3 in if you have AT&T, and get this update. I think this definitely brings longevity to this device, and it will be good for all the value smartphone buyers in the future. So subscribe to my channel today, and thank you for watching.